Are there certain times of the day when running Amazon ads simply doesn't make sense? Today's video, we're gonna cover the concept of dayparting, which is turning your ads off and on during certain parts of the day. The goal of dayparting is to be more efficient with your ad spend, but is it really worth the time and effort? You'll find out in this video. If you're new here, my name is Mike Zagari. I am the creator of PPC Entourage. We are software to help you scale your Amazon advertising, plus we provide results-driven management. If you are not subscribed to our channel, make sure you do so because every single week we take all the knowledge we've gained from managing millions of dollars in ad spend and pour it into these videos to help you grow your business. So subscribe today, click on the notification bell, and let's get started. All right, so there are so many opinions about dayparting, if it's good, if it's not good. I wanna get the definition out there of what dayparting is. So dayparting is essentially turning on or off your ads during certain parts of the day. And there are three main use cases for dayparting that we're gonna talk about in this video. So the first use case is when you have identified certain parts of the day when sales are really up, and logically you want to show your ads during that part of the day, so you then shut your ads off during other parts of the day to make sure you take advantage of those high traffic times. The second potential use case for dayparting is to potentially get a cheaper cost per click. So let's say that you have a highly competitive product and you're targeting a highly competitive keyword or target. So there's going to be a lot of competition early on in the ad auction at the very beginning of the day. This theory basically means that towards the middle part of the day or the end of the day, there's going to be people that run out of budgets. Sellers are going to have a limited budget, they're gonna run out, there's gonna be less competition in that ad auction, which means that you could potentially get a cheaper cost per click towards the later part of the day. The third potential use case for dayparting is to try and eliminate some of the browse-based traffic. So shoppers may be browsing, maybe late at night, maybe they're swiping through their phones, they're clicking on ads, and some of those clicks could really add up. And if you utilize dayparting, you could potentially eliminate your ads from being visible during that part of the night or day when shoppers might be more likely to just be browsing. So this is a common use case for dayparting. I'll hold my opinions towards the end, so stay tuned. So as I said before, dayparting is a controversial strategy. Some sellers use it, some sellers don't. And I wanted to ask our management team to see if they've been using it recently and what their experience was with using dayparting. So we asked three managers. Manager number one says, I haven't used dayparting for some time now, but I used to get positive results for products with a higher average cost per click. So this sounds to me like they were trying to get into the ad auction later on in the day because this was a competitive keyword and a competitive product. So they utilized dayparting and turned their ads off at the beginning of the day and entered in at the end of the day. All right, so manager number two states, I used to manage ad spend later in the day to avoid browse clicks in the morning. This usually helps with ACoS reduction as well as improved click-through rate and conversion rate. Sometimes it is at the expense of order count, but willing to take that loss for higher profits. So it appears that this account was on a limited budget and they wanted to eliminate some of the browse-based clicks. They did notice that the orders did go down, but their profitability was higher because their conversion rate was higher. So once again, in this case, testing really helped out and they noticed that there was an improvement with dayparting. All right, manager number three. I have used it to avoid wasted ad spend on clients with smaller budgets. I normally use it between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. I agree with manager number two. It does help. As I noted, campaigns stay active longer for cases of budget issues, which also improved conversion rate. Very cool. So it seems like the 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. hour, if you're going to use dayparting, is the time to use it if you're looking to eliminate some of that browse-based traffic, which in these two cases had a positive impact on conversion rate. All right, so now let's review the reasons why dayparting may not be useful. So reason number one is that we simply don't have the data, and it's ultimately going to be just a guess. Amazon does not provide hour by hour data that shows us when our conversion rate is good, when our click-through rate percentage is good, when we're getting the most amount of sales. What you could potentially do is look at organic sales and just to get a good feel as to like when people are actually purchasing your product. But But ultimately, when it comes down to advertising, we are simply making a guess when we do day parting. And that is why I really don't recommend doing it unless you have a budget restriction. All right, reason number 2 is that there is typically a delay between when you turn the ad on and when Amazon will actually show your ad. That delay can be 15 minutes, it can be an hour, but the point is if you're trying to nail down the precise hour of when you want to get sales, there could be a delay in when your ad is actually shown. And once again, that could tie into not really knowing the data and having a good understanding and knowing if your ad's even visible. So there is a lot of confusion and it's definitely not an exact science. All right, reason number 3 is that there is a delay in attribution. So potentially somebody could be clicking on your ad, 2, 3 in the morning, and maybe they put it into their cart and they don't purchase it for 3 or 4 days later. However, we have no idea that that sale came in until a week later, maybe even 10 days later, because the attribution window is 7 days for sponsored product ads and 14 days for sponsored brand ads. So we really don't know if those browse-based clicks potentially led to a sale later on. Perhaps they saw it 2 in the morning and then 3 days later they added it to their cart. So all of that really adds up. And if you take that away, how is that going to impact your order count? We really don't know. All right, point number 4 is that by using day parting, you could potentially be eliminating some of the vital touch points that you need with shoppers in order to get the sale. Now, likely the chances that someone's going to see your ad and just click on it are very low. That would mean we'd have a 1-to-1 click to order ratio. Sometimes it takes multiple impressions, multiple touch points. They have to see you on Amazon, off Amazon in order to really make that purchase, especially with higher ticket items. So by using day parting and eliminating yourself at that time of the day where you think people are browsing, that could potentially have a negative impact by reducing some of those potential touch points en route to the sale. So reason number 5 is that it's simply extra work. And if you do it manually, that's going to be a huge pain in the neck. You're turning your ads off and on during certain parts of the day. That is a complete waste of time. There are tools like PPC Entourage, as you can see in my screen, where you can automate some of this and that'll handle it for you automatically every single day. But ultimately, it's even work to input this information. It's extra work if you have hundreds of campaigns to start managing and micromanaging each campaign by using day parting. So it just adds a little bit of extra work that you may want to spend your time elsewhere. All right, so I hope that you found this video helpful. In general, there is a use case for sellers who are on a budget. Let's say you have a $50 a day budget and you want to utilize that budget during certain parts of the day to be more efficient with that budget, then perhaps day parting could be a good solution for you. In general though, if you have multiple SKUs and you're looking to get all of those touch points, and since we don't know about attribution, generally speaking, day parting is not good in that situation, especially if you follow and subscribe to the idea of the customer journey and you want to get all those touch points and follow shoppers along the journey with your ads. And if you need help with that, definitely download the Playbook series. And just keep in mind that there are other ways to be more efficient with your ad spend. So ultimately, more important than day parting is really dialing in your bid optimization and your budget optimization. This can help you be much more efficient with your ad spend when compared to the time and effort it takes for day parting. It's probably better that you spend your time optimizing your bids, looking at your budgets, looking at all of this stuff on a keyword level and a SKU by SKU level to really see where you can make the biggest shifts and improvements to get the most out of your ad spend. So what are your thoughts and opinions about day parting? Are you using this as part of your strategy? Have you used it in the past? Do you plan on using it in the future? Let us know in the comments section below. And once again, if you have any questions about how we can help you eliminate spreadsheets and take your Amazon ad game to the next level, visit PPC Entourage to learn more. Also, the video above is an all-new video about the search term impression share report that I really think you're going to find helpful. And the video below is a video that YouTube thinks you're going to like. I'll see you all next week.